Yeah. Back
Coming
after,
back from a couple weeks off for the
yeah,
holidays. You had a good one?
as good as can be.
Yeah.
Spoil the kids. That's what it's about for me now.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
But bank account's feeling it, but it's worth
Oh
it.
my God. I did a lot of overtime.
Yeah.
Uh, it's first time ever in my adult life I've ever worked a job that actually did overtime. And I really wasn't expecting much about it or whatnot because, again, not being used to it. But when my boss, right around New Year's Eve was like the last day I worked or whatever, or the day before, whatever it was. But she's like, yeah, hey, here's your, she hands me an envelope with my tips, man. I was like, yo, it was good, man. I liked
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, that at least puts some money back in the coffers from Christmas.
Yeah. Already getting ready to spend it as well, no doubt.
I mean, I've already dropped a few hundred just getting ready for 3 weeks from today, being in, or 3 weeks from, I guess, tomorrow, leaving for Slovenia.
Yeah. And we're wearing this in honor. I've sorted out the first part of Switzerland Open.
Yeah, you got time off
Yeah,
work, so we're there
yeah,
for that.
that's sorted and getting the flight sorted. So be there
Did you
on the.
book your flight?
I'm doing it tomorrow.
Okay,
Yeah,
just make sure you let me know tomorrow
yeah.
so I can
So
book
I,
mine.
so, I, so I'll be there.
I've also messaged Liam to tell him, hey, we're going to book some flights. Let's all try to be on the same. Me and him will probably fly out of the same airport, I would
Yeah,
imagine, because it's easiest to fly out of Gatwick, I believe. So we'll see.
yeah. Well, I looked. Manchester straight 2 hour flight for
Yeah,
me. Liverpool 10 hours with two changes. So
yeah,
bit
Gatwick's a straight shot, I
bit of a
think.
no brainer.
Yeah, for sure. But anyway,
That's not
big.
why we're here.
What's that?
That's not why we're here. We're here to talk
No,
about
no, no.
ACL
Well,
Open
you say
6.
that, but we're here to talk everything
Yeah,
cornhole, aren't
yeah.
we?
Well, yeah,
So if no one else wants to go to Switzerland with us, that's on them. We can
yeah,
talk about it if we want.
yeah.
All right, man. Big weekend at Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Yeah. Biggest ACL cornhole event outside of the World Championship.
It was huge,
Yeah,
huge. I think they had. I mean, I think for pro and elite singles alone had like 6 brackets, I believe.
eight,
8.
eight brackets.
Oh man, see, I was even off on that. I mean, even juniors had
That's how
2 or 3
big it
brackets.
was. Hey,
Didn't what did you say? Juniors had 2 brackets.
yeah, the two brackets for juniors as well. Yeah. Uh, So we jump into it then. Start with the Thursday. So I've not got anything on the high school and college stuff. So
I,
this is mainly just the pro stuff.
yeah, I know that. Um. Oh, now I'm trying. Now I can't. I've lost it. I at one point I knew who won the college national championship.
Yeah.
Um. But yeah, I don't get much into the college and high school of it.
Yeah, I mean, I might go back and watch some of it just to get that cornhole fix. With there be nothing this weekend to watch, so
That's true. That is true. Yeah, I might
yeah,
have to do that.
yeah. But Thursday we had the junior doubles and the blind draw. So junior doubles, Ethan Farias and Gabriel Clausen double dipped Sammy Soto and Ryan Trader. So
Wow.
double dipping two big names there, not just big names in juniors, just big names in general.
Yeah, for
This year.
sure.
So,
For sure.
so that's a good win for them too there. And then a blind draw, just showing how big of an event it is. Two brackets for the blind draw. It. So bracket A, Donovan Sinilli and Ethan Walker beat Angel Camarera and Charles Agee. And then bracket B, Lonnie Campos and Johnny McGrath avoided the double dip to beat Gavin Hammond and Hayden Campbell. And then Donovan and Ethan won the final of that. So,
Yeah.
so that was Thursday's pro action. Obviously, there was, like we said, there was a lot of high school and college stuff for Thursday and that. And then Friday for pro stuff, a bit of a busier day. So, juniors, again, two brackets. So bracket A, Cash Chambliss, he avoided the double dip to beat Jace Webb. And then in bracket B, Ryan Trader got the double dip over Logan Dupler, which was a king seat rematch there as well. So
that's a huge match right there. Logan Dupler and Ryan Trader, man. That's a big match.
Yeah.
So Killian, who was on our show a couple weeks ago, he played in the juniors this weekend. He went 2-2 in bracket, but and I watched a few of his matches because Denny went live with them. Man, there's some juniors out there that can throw some bags that you haven't even heard of yet.
Yeah.
Now, there was some controversy in some juniors this weekend, too. I noticed I picked up a thread and kind of talked about it a little bit with Denny in the thread, but I guess there was a kid, and it was in an intermediate level. Like, it wasn't even in a payout level. Like, it wasn't those juniors, right? And he won his bracket, and he had stamped bags and everything. And they measured them, and they were literally the thickness of a piece of toilet paper off. Yeah. So in this thread, the whole thread, and of course I posed the question, if we're not trusting the stamp, what's the stamp actually mean or for?
Yeah.
With that being said, then people are like, well, people tamper with bags all the time. That's why every bracket winner and overall winner gets their bags measured. And I was like, okay, because I thought, hey, maybe they're just calling this kid out because they've never heard of him, and all of a sudden he's throwing in the nines and he wins or whatever. He's just having a hell of a day. But they said every bracket winner will have their bags measured to keep people from tampering with them. And all I thought is I guess I'm just not good enough to know that would make any kind of difference.
Yeah.
To try to tamper with a bag to win a tournament that has no money.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I don't believe this kid tampered with him, nor his dad, because his dad posted it, and we had a little chat back and forth on it. But yeah, I just wow. It was like I don't know, like 0.032 or something of an inch, like tiny, like a fraction, man. Crazy.
That's rough on that kid. That.
So Denny was kind of involved in the thread as well. And I told Denny, I said, next time we get him on the show, we're going to address it and we'll talk about it again.
Yeah. I mean, all it could be is just he's just thrown them bags and put in thousands and thousands of rounds, and they've just loosened up, and fabric stretches over time, isn't it?
Yeah, I would assume that's what had happened.
Yeah.
For sure. But I know I do remember, and I don't know all the details, and so I'm not trying to speak uneducated about it, but I do know that my first set of the BGs you gave me, the Assassins, a year and a half ago, that year, so that would have been the 2023 season.
Yeah, but I think they were slightly older bags.
No. I think they were 2022s.
Yeah.
And I think that year, 2022, if I'm not mistaken, this is kind of what I had heard from a couple of the pros that were in Paris that year with us, that I guess, and this is no slight on BG, so anybody out there listening, I'm not talking shit about BG. I still throw some BG bags. I'm not talking shit about them. What I am saying is is I guess some of their bags had been manufactured and were slightly smaller than other bags. So, like, it's 6 inch by 6 inch.
Yeah.
Apparently, they were just slightly smaller. Not really much that you would even notice, but apparently they were. And that kind of, I guess, I would assume that's what's kind of really started leading to more bag checks and stuff like that, because people were allowed to use them all year, and then no one called it out until like the World Championships. And then they were like, well, you can't call it out now. You've been letting everybody win with them. We're too far into this. So I think that's probably what led to a lot of what we got going on now, I would assume. But again, like any other sport, as the sport gets bigger, they start doing more checks to make sure everybody's got the same equipment. I mean, Tom Brady won a whole Super Bowl with a deflated ball, didn't he? I mean, come on. Which again, you had, it wasn't a problem until after they won, and then all of a sudden it became a problem. And it's like, well, the officials had already checked it. So my argument to this is the ACL stamps on it. Me as a consumer, when I buy my ACL bags, I shouldn't have to worry about measuring them.
Yeah.
I buy them. You ACL tell me, hey, you want to play in our tournaments, you're going to use our equipment. Cool. Fine. I'm okay with that. I own a lot of ACL bags. But I, as the consumer, I, as a, an amateur player, I need to know that when I go to a tournament and I throw those bags, if I happen to play lights out and win my bracket, then I'm not going to lose it because my bags were less than a piece of toilet paper off.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. That was kind of crazy. But yeah, that was in a juniors tournament, and I know we kind of went on a tangent, but we were talking juniors, so I thought I'd bring it up.
So we'll finish up with juniors. So in the final, Ryan Trader beat Cash.
Yeah.
Take the title there in the juniors. And then in the women's, again, 2 brackets. So bracket A, Sarah Cassidy double-dipped Cheyenne. And then in bracket B, Laurie Dool beat Christian Leos. And then Sarah Cassidy took the title in that. So
I watched a little bit of the women's, and Sarah looked good.
Yeah.
Cheyenne Bubenheim, she always throws good. And she threw really well. I was surprised that she got double dipped, but Sarah was throwing well.
Yeah, Shine was my pick in the prop toss this week.
I picked the field. I did. I picked the field this week. I picked the field because I knew that there was so many people playing.
Yeah, just with how big the tournament everything was. Go in the field was just an easy option for a lot of the picks, to be fair. But
this is what? This was open number 7, yeah? No, open number 6.
6, yeah.
And Cheyenne's either won or been like in the top 4 of like every tournament. And as we're about to get into women's doubles, she's up there in that. I think Cheyenne Bubenheim's got a real good chance. And as you know, in Worlds last year, she was in the Final 4 for the pro Final 4. And it was,
and it's not the first time she's had deep runs in the world. She did it previously. I think it was the first time when Trey Birchfield won his first world title. She was
but I'm just saying
this run then as well, didn't she?
The Final 4 was accumulated over the whole season.
Yeah.
And but I think my sleeper pick for the whole, like, I'm telling you, dude, I would not count her out as winning. Being up there, winning the women's world championship. I like, she would be my pick right now. But I could see her making a real deep run and being, even if it's in the, winning her bracket of the world championship to get it. She's throwing good, man.
Yeah,
she's on it.
And then, as we briefly touched on, next was the women's doubles. So Shiner Gina Ramirez went back to back.
Yep.
With open wins, avoiding the double dip like against Deborah Odom and Linda Ford in the final there. So, like I said, Shine's proven her worth.
Yeah. And then, but, and again, we'll move on when we get to doubles. Her and Jordan Power in doubles, man.
Yeah.
They're playing good in doubles as well.
Yeah.
In pro doubles. So she's definitely one to you cannot sleep on her, man.
No.
And I know she's a pro and nobody sleeps on her and doesn't take her serious. That's not what I mean. What I mean is you can't sleep on the fact that she may end up winning the whole goddamn thing and just wiping the floor with these dudes, man.
Yeah.
Because I think she's only going to get stronger as the season goes on and she rebuilds all that stamina.
And senior singles again, 2 brackets. So Andy Phillips double dipped Andrew Neuer, and that was again a King Seat rematch. And then bracket B, you'll have to excuse pronunciation. Fafs then beat Steve Schroeder in the final there, and then he went on to beat Andy Phillips in the final.
Yeah.
Didn't get the pick,
Frank, didn't you?
Yeah, if Frank or Damon Dennis are always there, I tend to always pick one of them two. And
I picked Damon. Yeah.
it didn't pay off this time. I do believe he was one of the other picks, other than the field, to take it. So, and then senior doubles that finish off the Friday, it was taken down by Steve Schroeder and Jeff Reynolds, who avoided the double dip against Frank and Damon Dennis.
Yeah.
So that's a good win there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
And then Saturday, busy day, like 4 brackets for pro doubles. So we've already mentioned it. Bracket A, Shine Boomenheim and Jordan Power beat Jeff Reynolds and Lucas Householder, and that was a King Seat rematch.
Yeah.
Bracket B, Justin Burton Jr. and Logan Chamberlain double dip Chad Hunt and Tommy Sliker. Again, King Seat rematch. Bracket C, Eric Davis, Tony Smith avoided the double dip against Jamie Graham and Jacob Trzynski. Again, King Seat rematch. Spotting a theme here. And then bracket D, Gage Landis and Logan Dupler beat Bobby Hunt and Anthony Mayball. Again, King Seat rematch.
Yeah.
So the top teams proving themselves all day there with all them King Seat rematches. I say like double dips and just avoiding the double dip. So a lot of good cornhole there in them brackets. And then in your final 4, Eric Davis and Tony Smith beat Justin Burton Jr. and Logan Chamberlain. Gage Landis and Logan Dupler beat Shine and Jordan. And then Eric Davis and Tony won the final there.
Yeah. That was a good match, too. Tony was playing really well.
Yeah.
And then, Eric Davis is the magician, dude. He's always.
You never know what's going to happen.
But they I guess from what I kind of gathered with some of the commentary and stuff, because Tony didn't play. He didn't even sign up for singles.
No.
He wasn't even going to play this weekend, but I guess from what I gathered, Eric just needed a partner. Don't know how that even happens. How does Eric make it almost all the way to the tournament and not have a partner? I'd partner with that dude. No problem.
He should have a list as mile long of people lining up like, yeah, I'll partner with you.
Yeah, exactly. But I guess he didn't. So he needed a partner. Tony was like, yeah, why not, man? I'll come out and play.
Yeah.
Well, that worked.
And then it's moved him up a notch or 2 in the all-time titles.
Yeah, he's got, I think, 9 now.
Yeah.
I think he's tied with 9 now.
Yeah. I think it's a safe bet to say he'll finish the season with double digits.
I would think so.
Still a lot more opens and then the signature events. And
yeah, I think he's got to get back to the Tony. He's playing well in doubles, and he's not playing bad in singles, so don't get me wrong. But I think He's got to get back to the Tony that finds that rhythm that, like, he's just going to be super hard to beat every time.
Yeah. And Sunday, we had 8 brackets for singles.
That's crazy.
8 brackets.
Think about it like this, too. There were players that were signed up to play that left because they needed to try to beat the Storm home.
Yeah.
It was either fly out right now on Sunday, like right now, or if you wait, you ain't going to probably fly out until Tuesday or Wednesday because the Storm is moving in.
Yeah.
Like Adam Hisner was one. He just bounced.
Yeah.
And he was actually, I think, for the prop toss. I think
he was on one of them because I think I picked him on one of them
or something. I think I just remember you picking him, and then I thought, well,
who would have the highest singles PPR during bracket play? It was either Ethan Walker, Adam Hisner, Jacob Trudinsky, or JBJ, and I picked Adam Hisner in that.
Yeah, and he didn't even play.
Yeah, I should get a refund on that pick.
Yeah.
Get me bet back. Yeah, so bracket A was Sammy Soto taking down Jordan Power, and that was a king seat rematch.
Yep.
Bracket B, Braden Wilson beat Gavin Cano, king seat rematch. Bracket C, Jackson Gore beat Jaden Ellis. Bracket D, Ryan Trader double dipped Logan Chamberlain.
Dude, I watched that match. I watched a lot of them, but that match particular, I thought, man, this is Logan's time. This is Logan's chance. He's been playing so good all day long. And all of a sudden, man, you know, we talk about when you're in the rhythm, you're in the rhythm. But when you fall off, man, it's how well you can recover.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that Logan was throwing bad, but everything that had been he'd been manufacturing and making happen all day, all of a sudden, man, none of these bags were falling in his favor. He wasn't like he was throwing bad. They just were not falling in his favor.
Yeah, spitting the hook a few times, going for the air mails, all sorts of that.
And then Ryan Trader, I mean, you can't count him out. The kid just, he wins.
I mean, watching it, I suppose it's a little bit biased because obviously we met him out in Germany, but I was pulling for Logan this weekend whenever he was on.
Yeah, so was I.
Same with the guy in the next bracket, Ethan Walker. He beat Ryan Wiedenfeld again because we met him. So I'm more likely to pull for you now, like when you play. Bracket F, Justin Burton Jr. avoided the double dip against Austin Waskow, and that was a king seat rematch. Bracket G, Zach Aiken beat Gabriel Clausen, and bracket H, Jacob Trudinsky beat Matt Guy. And then finally, Sammy Soto beat Braden Wilson. Zach Aiken beat Ethan Walker. JBJ beat Ryan Trader. Jackson Gore beat Jacob. Semis, Sammy Soto beat Zach Aiken. Jackson Gore beat JBJ. And then the final, Sammy Soto beat Jackson Gore.
I thought, man, Jackson's going to go back to back.
Yeah, so did I. Especially seeing some of the shots he hit, like an airmail drag where there's like that much of the bag over the hole and he somehow drags it. Like,
yeah.
It's like, how is that even possible?
Crazy. I did, though.
Yeah.
I think Jackson's going to go back to back.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
Yeah. A lot of cornhole this weekend. And then those who watched all of the live feed might have seen this week's topic of conversation on Addicted to Cornhole at the end of the live feed.
Real quick, though, I mean, so Sammy Soto's what, 17, right?
Yep.
So that's back-to-back opens that a kid has won.
Yeah.
And then what? Ryan Trader won earlier in the season?
Yeah. I'm trying to think who all the winners are. Can't remember now off the top of my head.
I'm pretty sure.
Ryan Trader's won one. Devon Harbaugh won.
One.
well.
But I'm just
But
saying,
obviously he's not a kid.
there's been 6 and 3 that we can think of right off the top of our head.
Yeah.
Kid.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And here we are sitting in our houses talking about cornhole in the UK. Can't even get into the top 2 of the UK. That's crazy.
Can't even throw past this 6 PPR.
Oh my God, I threw terrible last night in practice. Woo!
You still won though.
Yeah, still won, but dang man, Flo had to carry me a couple games.
Yeah.
I mean, she must be used to it. She carried you all through Germany.
Yeah. To be fair, she did in a few games. I was just the games we did win. I was always the one to hit the winning shot. I just wanted her to get that winning shot in just one of the games, and fortunately, it didn't happen. That was the one game I wanted it to happen, and if we watched it out, it was happening. We'll get you back in Croatia.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Topic of conversation.
Yeah.
Now, as we said when we started our podcast, we were very unapologetically saying, "Hey, we're not going to F-bomb everything, but if a curse word slips or whatever, that's on you guys. Like, sorry, this is our podcast. It's not profanity laced or anything like that, but sometimes it happens. Sometimes, a profanity may slip out or whatnot. But to do it on a live feed,
Yeah.
when you think that the feed is over, and I normally turn it off. Like as soon as that final was over and Sammy won, normally I click, I'm off, right?
Yeah.
I don't need to keep watching. What's the point? I don't need to see the highlights. I just watched all of it.
Yeah.
Or I'll catch the highlights on around the ACL, whatever. But I usually turn it off, but I didn't that night. I was ordering something. I don't know. I was ordering something, so I was kind of on my phone, so I didn't grab my TV remote immediately and turn it off. And all of a sudden, man, I hear Jake Brennan just on a tirade. Like, it was the craziest thing I'd ever heard. I mean, I messaged you like immediately.
Yeah.
Like, I could not believe it. Like, I literally could not believe it. I just thought, oh my God, this dude is never going to commentate again.
Yeah.
Trey Ryder's going to fire this dude. But I guess he hasn't been fired. I guess he hasn't lost his job at all. I don't know if he got fined for it. I don't know how this works in the ACL. I don't know if he'll be under kind of stricter control or what. But essentially, for you guys out there that didn't see it, he had thanked the camera guys in the truck. And at the end, everything's going great. But anybody that's ever played a third-person shooter can relate to this. Sometimes you hit that zoom in, and it just zooms into one spot, and like you don't even realize that it's done it or whatever. So this is what happens, and it zooms into one of their sponsors, the Myrtle Beach sponsor, blah, blah, blah. And it just sits there. Because I think the camera guy probably thought he killed the feed as well. So he just left the camera there. But it's all still live. And I don't know if he's not a normal camera guy or what, but so Jake Brennan just goes off talking about F this, F an idiot. Like, I can't believe I gave him props. He effed it up at the end and da 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 da. And we haven't heard anything for a couple of days. So today, he comes out with an apology and they post it to Addicted to Cornhole. Now, I don't know about you, Graham, but when I hear an apology, I need it to be sincere.
Yeah.
Or at the very least, I need it to sound sincere. Whether you mean it or not, I don't care. Honestly, I'm not mad at what he did. I could care less. That's between them. I don't work in that environment. I don't know. I've been mad at people I've worked with. and then over at the next day or whatever, you know. So
I've slapped people I've worked with.
Oh God, I would love to sometimes.
It's all right. He was stepbrother as well, so I kind of got away with it. He deserved it that night.
So I don't care what happened. I'm not mad at Jake for that. But he went and did this apology. And the whole time it just sounded insincere. Like kind of, oh, I said some stuff and it was meant to be sarcastic. I didn't realize that it would offend people, or we thought the feed was over, but it wasn't. Da 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 da, and all this. And he's like, but I really didn't mean it that way, and it would have been sarcastic. And me and you were talking about this. Now, the fact is you can hear him put his headphones down. So he can't say, oh, I thought I just was talking in the mic. I thought the feed was over. Nope. You thought the feed was over. You put your headset down, but it was still hot mic. That's on you. You could have killed the mic before you ever took it off, which they always do. We do it at the UKCL. I kill my mic feed because I don't, any other conversation that's being had in the background, nobody wants to hear that. So we killed the feed. He could have done that. He didn't. But in no way, shape, or form do I believe this was meant to be sarcastic. Because much like when we talked about it earlier and you mentioned, the guy in the truck wouldn't have known, because he would have never heard it if the mic weren't hot. So there would have been no amount of sarcasm. What he probably could have said is, oh, me and Michelle were talking and I was just joking around and y'all overheard it. Sorry. But he didn't. He literally came out and his stance was, I was being sarcastic. And again, the problem with that is like you said, the guy in the truck would not know that. Because he wouldn't even have known what you said. So the sarcasm is lost. Like, it doesn't matter. Because the guy you were talking about wouldn't have heard you. Because he wasn't there. He was in the truck. But at the end of his apology, he then goes, oh, good, this is over. Now I can get the addicted to cornhole assholes off my back. Oh, this is so effing stupid. Oh, oops, it's still live. So you went and made the same joke, trying to prove your point, but all it did is make you look like a clown.
It cheapened the apology and any
100%.
sincerity that might have been there, erased.
Gone. It made him look like a clown.
Yeah.
It made him look like an ass clown. It really did. And all I thought was, I hope he has to come out and issue another apology to be like, God damn, man, I'm stupid. I got to stop saying dumb things.
Yeah.
Because the fact of the matter is, if I'm Stacy or if I'm Trey or if I'm any of these guys, I'm not looking at that apology and going, oh, he meant that. I'm looking at that apology as, oh, he's trying to save his job.
Yeah.
And then made another inappropriate joke. It's like the guy that you keep having to send to HR for the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, you can't keep doing it. But he did. And I don't understand why he made that joke again, but man, it was bad.
Yeah. Well, I've not listened to the full episode yet this week, but he's not on this week's Around the ACL podcast.
Is he not?
It's me, Schwally, and Trey this week.
Now, I
don't know whether it was due to be them three anyway.
Because usually because between Anthony, Jake, and Wally, they all kind of, those three kind of rotate. It's always Michelle and Trey, but those three kind of rotate. Now, the previous episode had Jake on it. So this may have just been Wally's turn.
Yeah.
And maybe they wanted Wally on it because Jake was there commentating, so they want an outsider opinion on what was going on, maybe. I don't know. But I haven't watched Around the ACL today because obviously we normally do it on a Monday and or whatever, but yeah, I just haven't got a chance to watch it. I don't know, man. That really kind of being someone that does commentate a bit, and I know I'm not really that good at it, or I'm no pro or anything, but someone that for the last couple of years has commentated some of our stuff that we do here in the UK, right? And we'll talk smack, but I don't do it behind your back and then try to be like, oh, I was just joking, or oh, I was just being sarcastic, when someone's like, dude, that was inappropriate, or that was kind of a shitty thing to say, or whatever. When we talk smack on the broadcast or whatever, everybody is fully aware that it is a joke and that we are joking with each other. We're not doing it behind your back. We're not talking, you know what I mean?
And half the time we're directing it at ourselves anyway.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I talk smack about myself all the time. But like, the last qualifier, I'm on the broadcast talking smack about you as my podcast partner.
Yeah.
But it's nothing I wouldn't say to your face, or that other people don't know we joke about anyway.
Yeah. I mean, if people didn't know us, they think we hate each other.
Oh, 100%.
When it can't be further from the truth.
Or that we were related.
Yeah.
But he didn't say anything that would have been taken as a joke. And he especially... No. Now, let me rephrase that. He could have been saying it as a joke. Ha, 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 you messed up. Oh, I should have never told you did good, because then you just went and messed it up anyway. Ha, ha, ha. But if you listen to the tone of his voice, he was not joking.
Definitely.
He was pissed off.
Yeah.
Like, he was straight up blaming this dude for messing up the whole broadcast. I'm like, man, y'all been broadcasting for 4 straight days, and this is all that you got to, like, at the very end when everybody's so tired. And all he did was zoom in a little too far. It wasn't even nothing to be mad about.
Yeah.
The broadcast was over. Crazy. Couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. All right. Should we get a guest on?
Yeah, let's hopefully get some more Deckarounds on that. Just waiting for him to hop on.
I mean, we're what? We're a month out from the next qualifier here in Barrie.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but what was it? It's the first, isn't it?
Yep.
1st of Feb, yeah.
I also found out something yesterday, though, because obviously I'm trying to get my ACL schedule all worked out and which tournaments I'm going to. And I wanted to go to Bavaria.
Yeah.
But the problem is, that's the same weekend as the national championships. So we'll see. We'll see. I haven't decided yet.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Well, I need to somehow try to squeeze some practice in before the 1st of Feb. That's still not thrown a bag since the last qualifier.
How is that possible? You got boards, man. Set up a board outside and go through.
I ain't playing in the snow.
Don't you work in like a warehouse or something?
There is a warehouse there, but I don't have access to it.
Oh.
Yeah, I'd love it if I could. Just take up an aisle. I mean, hopefully when the weather improves, I can get the reps in. Especially if I make top 16 and get to nationals, it's like I need to get in there. Right, here he is. Oh, he's on mute.
Hey!
Oh, there they are.
All the way from Newcastle Cornhole Club. Chris,
You all right?
And his amazing daughter, Charlotte. We really just had Chris on so that we could get Charlotte on here.
I know that's why I'm here. It's absolutely fine. Yeah. It's the only reason I go to tournaments as well. It's not for me. It's for...
Yeah, for sure, buddy. For sure. Now, you're going to have to speak slow because you know I'm dumb and I can't understand your accent very much. I'm just kidding.
I'll switch to work mode. It's all right.
How's it going? You getting ready for your 2025 Newcastle season?
We're just about to start. We've got our first session back tomorrow night.
Yeah.
We were avoiding the Christmas decorations in the club we play in. They're quite old style 90s low hanging decorations, and the last year we nearly took them out, so we decided to put it off for a few weeks around Christmas.
Yeah.
But
That's fair.
we're ready to back, and we've so Newcastle's going to be going on a Thursday night.
Yeah.
Do you
And
guys
then,
always go on a Thursday?
We do most Thursdays. Yeah, it's very rare we don't. It's only if people are away and stuff. But then we've also got a little satellite club starting soon as well. So we'll have Newcastle Cornhole, and we'll have Whitley Bay Ducks Cornhole.
What's that all about?
So Whitley Bay is for. Well, do you want to explain, or should I?
You can explain.
I'll explain as well.
Come on, Charlotte.
So obviously Charlotte plays in the league, and you really enjoy it, don't you? And the Thursday session, it's late on a Thursday night, and kids can't make it. So the Whitley Bay side of things is we're going to try and get more sort of kids and families along. Whitley Bay is basically the village we live in, village town we live in, and it's we're just trying to find a venue at the moment where we've been working with a round table to try and get some venues and funding in place, but just trying to get the game out there.
That's amazing.
Brilliant.
That is amazing.
You've got your merch as well, haven't you? Where is it?
What?
She's got her own merch as well for Whitley Bay.
Nice.
What? Oh, come on. You're going to have to send that some over to us.
Well, that's the only one at the moment. It's the prototype at the moment, but we're just waiting for a few things to fall into place, and then we'll be good.
Yeah.
This is what we love to see.
Charlotte, we might have to swap some merch around. You have to get us something with that logo on it so we can support it on the podcast.
We'll get something, won't we?
Yeah.
We'll figure something out.
I do know a guy that can make custom tumblers and coffee mugs and things like that.
There we go.
Doing the naps.
And I just got my shipment in today with some other DTF transfers to make some hoodies and some shirts and stuff as well for the podcast and for my club. So
awesome. Hoodies is what we want, isn't it? Hoodies.
If you need any help, shoot me a message. Let me know. I'll try to help you out as much as possible.
Awesome.
We commend you. Great work. You're helping grow the game. Yeah.
Mark Hallett, eat your heart out, man.
Yeah. I messaged Mark the other week after he was on, and just to try and bounce it. And to be honest, Mark, I'm sure he's watching. I haven't had a chance to message you back yet. I'm really sorry. But yeah, I was going to chat to Mark about what he was doing as well to try and kind of work together as well. Because, all got the same goals,
awesome.
haven't we?
That's amazing. I love it.
Brilliant. Well, all these people doing all this stuff to grow it, and we're just sat here chatting shit. What are we contributing?
Got to have the medium. Got to have the medium to get the name out there.
Every week we give updates on things people could look up anyway.
Yeah.
We literally read the sports page out loud. All right.
Who's going to go first then?
Hold on. So when are you trying to get your juniors club started?
So I hope to do Saturdays.
Yeah.
Saturdays or Sundays. So more of a weekend, either late morning, early afternoon. We're waiting on a venue. We've got a couple of venues in mind, and we're just waiting to see which one's best, really. We're going to try and put on a couple of taster sessions first off. Get people through the door. You talk to people at school about it, don't you? And
yeah.
So
you got any kids that are interested in doing it?
We've had a couple of messages, and again, we've had messages for the Newcastle group, and they're like, "Oh, I'd love to come, but it's too late." And that's what kind of got.
What time do you guys normally practice?
8:00.
8. Yeah, I know because we practice at 7:30, and we've still been all right. But I remember a year and a half ago when we first started out there, and we were doing it at 6:30. We'd easily put 20 people in the building.
Yeah.
And by moving it 1 hour to 7:30, half of them left. Because then we weren't done until almost 10 o'clock, and people didn't want to stay out until 10 on a Tuesday night.
And that's the problem we're seeing on a Thursday. So there's been a few kids interested, and that's where we thought, let's do it on a Saturday. Not every week. We're going to try and do it every other week as well. So it's not like every Saturday you come and just to. And then if they want to play more, then we've got the Thursday as well. So,
yeah. So do you go, Charlotte? Do you go to practice every Thursday then?
I go to some, but I'm normally at my mum's on a Thursday, so I can't really go. And I've got school on the Friday, so.
Yeah.
Who needs an education?
My daughter goes to practice on a Tuesday night with me sometimes. And then Micah's daughter, she's like 11. She goes to every Tuesday practice. So.
Well, that's what we'll see. And we've got a board at home. Well, we've borrowed a board from the club at the moment to practice, but we haven't really done much, have we? And we're going to get our own soon as well, to practice more at home as well. So we'll do our own at home as well. But...
Is that a girls throw two sweatshirt?
Yeah.
Woo! Now,
my
daughter's got a couple of girls throw two shirts as well.
Yeah, good. I think, you know what? I think I saw the picture of your daughter in one, and I found it, and I bought it for her for Christmas. So, yeah.
My daughter lucked out, man. When we were in Croatia, two of the pros from Croatia, Maria and Katarina, they're sisters. And when they met my daughter, because I'd met them at other tournaments and stuff like that and keep in touch with them. But when they met my daughter and knew that she was playing, they're like, man, we can't let her go without having something cornhole. So they gave her a couple shirts. So she was really chuffed about that. So
yeah, this is your only one at the moment, isn't it? Yeah. This and then your own club one.
Yeah, that's a good looking sweatshirt. Yeah. So I assume you'll play. You guys will come down to us in February, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should be down. We're just we've got a hotel sorted. We're just working on the logistics now of it, of when we come down and stuff.
All right.
So we should be there.
Good. All right.
Trying to bring my son down as well, but he's
how old's your son?
He's 15.
He don't want to play?
No, we've tried, haven't we?
Yeah.
You didn't want to play at first, or did you? And then
no, but I tried to convince you to just sign him up.
Yeah.
So we had to play.
Yeah, she might not have wanted to play, but she did. You just drug her along.
Yeah.
I remember before she started playing, she was just sitting in the corner, being like, just looking bored. And then all of a sudden she starts playing, and now she's got just a big smile on her face all the time.
Yep. I own merch, you own hoodies. That's how it starts.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the most expensive hobby ever. I mean, what's today, the 8th? I'm 8 days into the new year, and I'm already a few hundred pounds down and I ain't even been on the trip to Slovenia yet. All right. Who wants to go first?
You want to go? Or do you want me to go?
I don't know.
I'll go first.
All right.
I know.
Right. Question 1. How did you get into cornhole?
So this will be the same answer for both of us anyway. We were at York Maze.
Yeah.
In
the maze, the corn maze.
Yeah, so it's a corn maze just outside of York. And it's not just a maze, there's loads of other stuff. And we just done one of the rides. And there was just some cornhole boards on the side. We didn't really know what it was. Charlotte started playing. I was like, oh, this looks fun. Go and join in. And it was kind of, this is really easy, but also quite hard and I want to do it. And I want to, I was throwing it and I was hitting the side of the board. It was going off. It's like, no, it needs to go in the hole. And it was just like, it was just something. And you turned your phone off as well, which is when I was like,
I was there first. You turned your phone off.
Well, yeah, I turned my phone off. James, he turned his phone off as well. And all three of us were playing, and Claire joined in as well.
Yeah.
So all four of us were playing. And it was like, this is so simple.
Yeah.
And so much fun. And then when we got home, I kind of just put cornhole into YouTube and ended up seeing some of the ACO videos and stuff. And then somehow stumbled across the UKCL videos. And I was like, oh, it's a UK thing as well.
Yeah.
And then it started from there. I made a very basic board, which had a lot of bounce on it.
Yeah.
Bought some sneak bags and that. And then I think we turned up at the UK Open in Manchester.
That's
I think that was the sort of October, November time, 23.
Yeah, season 2, the first.
Yeah, it'd been October.
UK Open season 2, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember playing you and you had them horrible sneak bags with the slow side. It's like trying to move a house brick.
Oh my God, no. You say that. Jake, one of our new guys in our club, he was throwing some Titan dozers. The slow side's a 2. I mean, he laid it up there and it just bloop.
Yeah.
Over, and I was like, oh my God.
I mean, I like the block game, but
Oh, it completely
not that
threw me
much.
off my game. It was crazy.
So, how long have you been playing?
So yeah, that was what, summer 23. So coming up to 2 years now. Yeah, 18 months. Like I said, we went to the first one in October. So officially playing since the UK Open in October 23.
And your cornhole goals?
My personal goals are just to get a little bit higher up the rankings. I was hoping for top 25 this year, but I missed the second qualifier, so that's gone already.
Not necessarily.
But
Because the points that separate that 20 to 30
it's pretty
range
tight.
is low.
Yeah.
Like there's not a big difference. So having that showing in February could bump you right up into that.
Yeah. Because there'll be people who, because of how far away it is, there might be people who aren't prepared to travel that far. So
that's true.
I mean, hopefully it'll still be a big 40, 50 person event, but because of the added distance, there's the potential there.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, we just couldn't do the last one, which was disappointing. But we'll have to put some practice in for this one just to make sure. But yeah, I've got a couple of wins officially, but I'd like a few more, and just like I said, just get myself a little bit higher up. And then also we just like to sort of grow it around here as well, where like we said before, we've got a few people. We've got probably 6 to 8 core members in Newcastle, and we'd like just get that out a little bit more.
Cool.
Your highlights so far?
Just those couple of wins, I think, that I've had. It was just like, you can do it. Like anyone, like the first 2 tournaments, I think I played you in my first tournament, Graham, and it was just like, I think it was nearly 18-0 at one point, and it was just like, what have I signed up for? It looks easy, but then within a few events, when you're actually scoring people, and then I think I managed to get 4 points on Liam in the last tournament I played, and I took that as a win.
Yeah, for sure. You got to, man. You got to take little victories.
I did that at Nationals. I think I went 3-0 up against Richards. I was like, I'm good.
Yeah, just call it now. It's fine.
Yeah. Can we make this round limited to 2 rounds? So your favourite shot then?
I quite like the slide. Slide and collect is so lay up a block and then kind of slide in and collect. It seems to suit the way I play the best. My airmail's inconsistent, so that's my go-to.
What bags do you use?
So at the moment, I'm between some Reynolds Typhoons and some Charge. I think they're the Dominators, which are John Stein's bags.
John Stein's bags, yeah.
I've still got the Sneak ones. Still got them in my locker just in case. You quite like the Sneak ones, don't you? But I'm between those 2 at the moment.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get Charlotte some better bags.
Oh, you've got some Gladiators?
Yeah, I've got
Gladiator Battle Cats or something. Battle Cheetah.
Yeah.
But we just haven't had the chance to practice with them yet.
They'd go well with that hoodie with the pattern on the sleeves, actually.
They actually do, and they're white pink, aren't they, as well? Yeah. That was a one thing, pink bags.
Yeah.
Hey, I throw a pink and green bag, so I'm all right with
it. Your favourite player?
Ooh. I knew you'd ask this one. I don't know. There's I don't think I've got one. Definitely not in the UKCL. I think everyone we've spoken to has been, since that first tournament, has been so welcoming and everything. It's like, it's like you go down to Manchester, Ashby, wherever. It's like you're meeting up with old friends as well, which is great. To watch, I'd probably say I quite like the Hurt brothers.
Yeah.
They are something else. And I don't know his name, but the guy, he's always got a beer on the go.
Adam Hisner.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, and let me tell you, we met him in Germany, man, and he's a super nice guy, super
Yeah.
easy to get along with, but that is him, man. Me and him, it had to have been the Sunday for doubles, but we cracked beers at like 9 a.m. and we just sat there drinking beers all day. Like he is a good
Yeah,
guy.
it was literally all day until we left that bar for closing.
Yeah.
In the evening.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was what, about
Right.
half one, two?
Yeah. I mean, just nonstop. I mean, he must have put down, anyway, a lot.
Your dream cornhole partner?
Oh, again, we were talking about this earlier, weren't we? I'm gonna have to stick with I'll say Adam Hisner, actually. I think he's great.
Your favourite thing about cornhole?
I said it just before, the community that we've kind of got in the UKCL. It's been so welcoming since the first time we came down. I mean, and the fact the kids felt welcome as well was amazing. And I think that's what encouraged you to play when we came down the second time as well. How, like, you know, people remember who you are and just chat and stuff. And it's been brilliant.
Yeah. And to finish off your Deckaround, outside cornhole, other hobbies and interests?
I used to play a bit of rugby till before COVID, when my knees were screaming at me. Other than that, I game a little bit. Big Xbox gamer. I like it all, motorsports, F1, Formula E. It's pretty much, and football as well. Obviously, big Newcastle fan as well. So,
well, nobody's perfect.
no.
I'm just kidding. All right, Charlotte, you ready?
Yeah.
I mean, I know they're going to be the same as your dad's answer, but just in the interest of getting all 10 questions, I'm going to ask you anyway. So, how do you get into cornhole?
At York Maze, we had just gotten out of the dinosaur maze, and I was really bored because Dad took my phone and put it in his pocket and forgot to give it back. So I started playing the cornhole, and then I convinced Claire to join, and then Dad got James to join, and then we were all playing it.
That's awesome.
And how long you been playing?
The same time, pretty much, isn't it?
Yeah.
You didn't play the first tournament. You officially played in the second, which was December
She's
23.
been to them.
Yeah, she's been to them all. I think there's only one you haven't been to, which was the doubles one.
Yeah.
And your cornhole goal?
To beat my dad.
Great goal.
Love it.
We'll do some practicing. We'll make that happen.
Yeah. That's it now. Like, if Ben's listening, like, at the next tournament, if you two get paired up together, that's got to go feature court.
It's
that way, if she does beat him, it's there on video.
Oh yeah.
Just
And
like
I'm
Vicky
telling you right
against
now,
Ian.
when it happens, Charlotte's coming back on the show. Yeah. Just so she can back across the UK.
And then your cornhole highlights so far?
I think just meeting all the people who are so supportive about doing it and going to all the events.
And your favourite shot?
I don't know.
You like the airmail?
Yeah.
That's fair.
The airmail. It's a lot more fun than a push collect. And what bags do you use?
It's the sneak ones that you've used the most.
Yeah, and I used the battle cheaters, and I used your Spanish Inquisition ones.
Yeah, the charge ones as well. She kind of uses. They're kind of our bags. I don't really mind their our bags anyway, but you like the charge ones as well.
Yeah.
Fair.
And your favourite player?
Probably Byron off Flo. I think that Byron's really good, and he's a lot younger than me, but we get along very well. And Flo's just super supportive when I went against her last time.
She'll be tickled to hear that. You probably should find a better role model, though. I'm just kidding, Flo. We love you.
You need to be nicer to her. She carries you on a Tuesday.
She did. Good last night for sure. Goodness me.
Your dream cornhole partner.
Probably Byron.
Really?
Yeah, he's really good.
Well, hey, you'll be there before too long, I'm sure. I'm sure. Once you get this juniors club going and you get some more practice in, you're gonna be there. How old are you?
12.
Oh yeah, you'll be there.
Yeah. And your favourite thing about cornhole?
Probably meeting the people and like everyone who's there, and the fact that you remember most of them, and then seeing all the new faces appear in the other events.
Then your other hobbies and interests.
Oh, you should have gave her the walkout song.
Yeah, actually, scratch that. All right, if you had to have a cornhole walkout song, what would it be?
Again, we've talked about this loads, haven't we?
What Taylor Swift song would it be?
Oh,
it wouldn't be Taylor.
It wouldn't be Taylor, would it?
No? God, you got to be like the only 12-year-old girl on the planet.
I think it would be Rhea Ripley's entrance music.
Yeah.
This is my brutality. I think I'd definitely have that.
Yeah, we're WWE fans, the two of us, and you said Cody Rhodes' theme song this morning as well.
Kingdom would be one as well.
I can dig it, man. Speaking of WWE, now that it's all on Netflix.
Oh, I've been binging so much.
Yeah.
What's that?
I'm just going to go back and just watch an old Royal Rumbles because that's what's coming up.
Yesterday, I literally watched the first Royal Rumble, and I'm hoping they're going to do the same. I'm hoping they're going to release all the WrestleManias.
Everything's on there.
Yeah, they're all there now.
Yeah, they are.
It's literally everything.
Oh, I didn't see the WrestleManias. I just saw
WrestleMania. All the big pay-per-views are there.
I remember as a kid watching all these, right? And rewatching that first Royal Rumble with Hacksaw Jim Duggan winning it and like this whole thing. And what they thought was like these good moves and these things, man, is nothing on what they got on now, man. It's crazy to watch. But I say I want the WrestleMania because I remember as a kid in about 92-ish when, we're in the height of the Gulf War and Hulk Hogan goes to fight against the Iron Sheik and Sergeant Slaughter. Because if you remember, any of you, Charlotte, you won't, because
no.
Chris, I don't know how old you are. Graham, you're getting pretty old. But if y'all remember, Sergeant Slaughter switched sides. And he went and teamed up with the Iron Sheik. And I remember watching that. We had a VHS copy of that WrestleMania. And I remember watching it over and over and over. So I can't wait to get on Netflix and rewatch it. It's so nostalgic for me.
Yeah, the first thing, when it came on, the first thing I did, I went back to the 2017 WrestleMania because I was there. I went with some of my mates.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, we were there in Orlando, and it was like the first thing I was doing. We were watching it, and I was like, we were sat just off screen. Where literally the shot of the ring where just off camera. Sometimes it zooms out. It's like we were there.
Was that wasn't the one that the Undertaker lost in, was it?
Yeah, it was.
It was 17.
Yeah,
they did him dirty, man.
Yeah, they did. It wasn't fun, but it was a great. It was a great event.
Lost it.
The thing with that is, I don't know if either of you would have seen it. Paul Heyman did an interview thing, and he's like basically just posing the question: what if Brock Lesnar just decided, you know what, F it, I'm going to beat him? Because let's be honest, Brock Lesnar could have done that if he wanted to, couldn't he? He was capable of it.
I don't know, man.
I don't think he was the case.
The Undertaker's a big dude, man. But like, I just thought there was no significance. Like, you lose and then you let him come back next year and win.
Yeah, because he won a few and then he lost the reins again, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
that's the one that
I wouldn't have cared.
Like, no.
But like, you could have let that dude just keep going, man. That could have been the greatest run in sports history.
Yeah, it was. What was it? 21-0, wasn't it? And it was 21-1 at the end. Yeah, should have left it. Left it alone.
because and I don't know this for a fact, but I've heard stuff in different threads and like little things that I used to follow it a lot. I don't follow it as much anymore. That there were specific wrestlers throughout that whole run that they kind of wanted to be like, ooh, we'll put you over by you beating the Undertaker in WrestleMania. And like some of these younger dudes were like, no.
Yeah.
Like I've been watching that dude win since I was a kid. I'm not going to be the dude that beats him in WrestleMania. Like I'm not the one that's going to end that streak.
Yeah.
So I just thought they kind of did him dirty, but oh well. Anyway, we're not here to talk wrestling.
No.
Talk cornhole.
I was just about to ask him his Royal Rumble prediction.
Yeah.
I think we were just talking about tonight.
Yeah.
Cena. I think Cena's going to win it.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think he's going to win at WrestleMania. I think he's going to go out all-time 17-time champion, beat Ric Flair's record, and then he'll either retire, relinquish the belt, or he'll lose it in like SummerSlam to someone.
Is that 17 world championships?
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, so WWE champion, world heavyweight champion, whichever, like over the two belts. Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Yeah, but I think that's what we think, isn't it?
Well, I think Roman Reigns is gonna win.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna get his way, but then I don't think he's gonna get the title.
So you think he'll win? You think he'll win Royal Rumble, face Cody in WrestleMania, but lose?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, let's be realistic. Yeah. I like Cody Rhodes, but that dude couldn't pop a pimple on Roman Reigns' back, dude. Roman Reigns would kill that dude.
Yeah. He would probably.
But again, like you said, Brock Lesnar would pretty much kill most all of them.
Yeah.
Dude's legit. That dude is.
He's a freak of nature.
Well, you saw him in UFC as well.
College. Like when he did like collegiate wrestling in college, holy Christ, man. That dude was an animal. I actually went to the NCAA championships, college wrestling championships in 2006, the year before I moved here the first time. And we sat by this guy whose son went to college with Brock Lesnar. They were at Brock Lesnar's wedding and everything. And believe it or not, he said, Brock Lesnar is probably one of the nicest people you'll ever meet in your life. Like his persona on TV is not at all who he really is. Like they said, he's the most down to earth and like just nicest person ever. And he was like, Trish Stratus is just super not, because that's his wife, right? Trish Stratus?
I think it was, wasn't it?
Oh, they're not together anymore?
I've got no idea.
I don't know. But anyway, This dude was like, they're two of the nicest people you'll ever meet in your life. And I just always thought that was cool. I was like, yeah, right on.
Yeah, I bet most of them are like that behind the scenes. I bet it's like us when we go there. When we have an event, so. Yeah, they're all nice behind the scenes, but then, game face on. Maybe that's where we're going wrong. On the games, we need to put a game face on.
Yes.
That's it. If you're a tournament, wrestling attire, you got to turn up with a Rey Mysterio mask or something.
Although, as Charlotte gets better, man, everybody's going to take it. They're not going to take her serious because she's always got that smile. They're going to be like, oh, I got this in the bag. And she's just going to start mowing people down.
Yeah.
With a big smile on her face.
I like it. I'm putting the future nickname out there already, the Smiling Assassin.
Killing Eve should be Villanelle. Mow people down with a smile on her face.
It's quite cool, actually. Get that on a t-shirt for you.
No, just in when I register.
Oh, on your score, hold your name.
And see if anyone notices.
You heard it here first. All right. So you guys got practice tomorrow night.
Yep, tomorrow night.
So if you want to talk like 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Seaton Terrace Club. It's just up the road from here. We're upstairs. We're in the bar. The beers are there as well. Yeah.
Josh might be making his way there.
Hey, mine and Graham's plan is at some point to make it to everybody's practice.
Yeah.
That's our goal. It's just difficult to do sometimes.
That's it. Well, the good news for us is we're the night after Featherstone and Narsdale do theirs. And they're only an hour along the road from here.
Ah, see, we can take a couple days off during the week. We can knock them both out.
Exactly.
We just need to do a road trip. Wednesday, that there.
Do Tuesday at Ashby, then hit Narsdale, and
Wednesday there.
Newcastle.
Yeah.
Thursday there. Friday back to Manchester if they've got one, or go to that Cumbria cornhole.
Yes, yeah.
There.
Yeah, I'm not going all the way to Cumbria.
I did. It's fine. Getting home at 1 a.m. was totally fine.
Well, guys, thank you for coming on the show.
No problem at all.
We look forward to seeing you in February at Mary St. Edmunds.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll get our practice in.
Definitely.
Yep.
But if you need any help with trying to make some merch or whatever, Charlotte, just message me and let me know.
Cool. Will do. Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers, guys.
See you later.
Bye.
Oh, she's a good kid.
Yeah.
Good kid. She's always got a smile on her face. She's always friendly. I do remember her coming to that first tournament, though, and sitting in the corner just looking bored. Like, what are we doing? And then the next tournament that she came to, she was playing. And then all of a sudden, it was nothing but smiles. And I like that.
Yeah.
Good
kid. Great what they're doing there.
Absolutely.
Send them to club and then trying to set it up for the kids as well. So helping grow the game. Like them doing that with what he talks with what Mark's trying to do. The future of UK cornhole could be very bright.
Yeah, I hope so. I do. I truly hope so. All right. Well, what else we got?
And I think between now and Monday when we record again, I think the only practice that I can think of is them tomorrow.
Is Solent, or did they practice last week?
They had this weekend. I don't know if they're every week at the minute or not. So I'll admit, a little unprepared for this subject. We'll do better for Monday's episode, so I'll get a full rundown. Like over the weekend, I'll message all the clubs and find out when the next practice things are on. So I'll be more prepared for when we're back on Monday. Are we teasing or not?
Huh?
Are we teasing him or not? Or are we just saying just tune in because it'll be a good one?
Tune in, man. I'm hoping. It should work out. I'm hoping that this particular guest, he was going to come on tonight, as you are well aware.
Yeah. But, that's why we delayed this week's episode, but unfortunately.
And he messaged today and asked if Monday would work better because he doesn't have a tournament this weekend, so he's home all weekend. And I was like, yeah, Monday will be perfect because it gave us time to recap and get Chris and Charlotte on, and then we'll get this guy on Monday. I do have another stateside guy that wants to get on the show, and he's already given me a little flack because he's the not going to name any names, but any of you guys out there may know, you may not know, but he's the most decorated U.S. pro to come over in the international scene. So I'm not going to name any names yet, but we will get him on here too. But this coming Monday, we do got a big guest. Hopefully it works out and we can get him on here. He's been telling me that he and this is honest God, and I believe him. He's been wanting to get on the show for a while now, but because we record on a Monday, that's a travel day pretty much for him, or so it's been kind of difficult.
Yeah.
So this month,
it just shows a teaser that he is a decent big guest. with how busy he is.
I guess
So
that, yeah.
yeah, make sure you tune in.
He's fairly well known around the cornhole community.
Yeah, yeah, stopping us out from dropping some hints. But
There may be a bag or two out there with his name on it.
yeah.
I'm just saying. But we'll leave it with that.
Yeah.
And then I will continue to talk to him and get him on here on Monday.
So yeah, come back Monday.
For sure. But with that being said, I'm Josh.
I'm Graham. Remember,
We'll see you on Monday.
just board it. That's how we sign off.
Just board it.
Yeah. Later, brother.
See you, bud.
Bye.